Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I am Mike. That is Nick. Nick is on location. Nick, where you at, man?
I'm out at Outrage Studios. Me and my cousin LJ's music rehearsal studio. We're in our first room. This is our original room right here.
Nice.
So
They got like drum sets in the back. If you're watching on YouTube, there's like drums and shit, and there's a neon back there. I think it says Bud Light on, if I'm not mistaken. That's
yeah,
all.
that's the one you gave me. Let me turn it on.
Oh yeah, you should put it on. I gave you. That's crazy. You took it from a bar, you maniac. This fucking guy.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I can't. I can't give out neons. That's absurd.
Yeah.
That's nice. It definitely lights up the room. It's blinding me as I'm looking at you right now.
I got a Smittix one over here too.
Oh, you do? Where'd you get that one? Oh, nice.
You gave it to me.
Oh, nice. Oh, so I see you had that on already, and then the Bud Light was off for some reason. Are you one of those? Are you one of those that just have to keep the Bud Light off?
I'm
Because you don't
closet Bud Light. I'm a closet Bud Light hater.
want son of a bitch. Yeah, well, let's not talk about. Yeah, you're drinking Corona now too. That just pisses me off. Fuck. But yeah, we won't talk about Bud Light this week. I don't want to. I gotta save my aggravation for something else.
Oh,
Uh,
yo, wait, first before we start.
tell me.
Speaking of Bud Light, I know you don't want to talk about it. We have to. There's a
Okay.
series. Did you read about that other topic about Bud Light
When
this
was it?
week?
No, what happened? Tell me. I don't know what you're referring to.
Dude, the thing with what's the dude's name again?
The guy's name, Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah. How did you not talk about it? You're joking around me, obviously. You don't want to bring it up, right?
No, no, I'm actually dead serious. I probably know, but I want you to tell me.
He went to the White House over the on Sunday.
He did. I didn't hear about this.
He watched NFL. He watched the kickoff of Sunday with Biden and his family.
No,
Obama was there. It was a big fucking thing, dude.
no, I mean Obama's gay. That fucking secret is fucking finally coming out now. I mean, if people didn't really think he was gay like years ago, like what have you been watching? What have you been listening to? That's one of the gayest dudes on the fucking planet.
But dude, the best part is that there was an interview with Biden during the games. How the fuck did you not see this, dude? It's everywhere, everywhere.
No, really, it
And
is everywhere.
and this is legitimately what he said. He goes, "I'm just disappointed that they only made one can of you." That's what
Oh
Biden said, and he said, "I'm
no.
gonna." And he said, "I'm very close friends with whatever the fuck the owner of Budweiser is," and he says, "I'm gonna make a big push to get these on many cans out there and fucking display them all over the place." That's what Biden said.
All right, so every day I'm gonna go to work. I'm just gonna fucking puke. I'm gonna have to just fucking puke. There's no way I can fucking deal with any more of this fucking shit. I
Yeah,
can't believe it. It's fucking nonsense. I can't believe this fruitcake went to the White House and watched the game with Obama. And well, actually, I do believe it. I
yeah.
fucking believe it. This shit is fucking crazy right now.
And you want to know the even bigger kicker?
Tell me,
Well, guess what team he likes?
he likes the
You know what team he likes?
Giants.
He's a Giants fan.
No wonder why we got fucking killed the other night.
No wonder why you got your shit pushed in.
Because this fucking fruitcake likes it. Yeah, the Giants literally got their fucking on Sunday night. They get their fucking asshole ripped apart. So I
Yeah.
guess Dylan Mulvaney is used to it.
But you know what, though? I got to be honest with you. I made all that up, obviously, which I'm sure you probably already knew that. But
Yeah, I got that after a while. Once I heard like once you said Biden, it's like I'm gonna get this kid your face on these cans
yeah,
everywhere. I'm like, that's it. I'm like
yeah.
that fuck even that old psychopath wouldn't fucking say something stupid like that.
I'm sure some of the dummies out there fell for it, though. The
Oh
dumb
yeah,
dumbs.
yeah.
The
I
dumb
definitely
dumbs.
believed it. I believed it for a couple minutes.
Yeah. But
But then
speaking of the Giants, though, let's get right into football, and let's talk about how
wow,
the Cowboy. Listen, it was meant to be, and
I
we'll
know.
we'll precursor it, but
I
go
know.
ahead and talk about the Giants and Cowboys because I didn't watch any of it, but I was so excited. Not
Right.
because I like it's just exciting when I can text message you and G together and we just laugh. It's fun to laugh at you in regards to the Giants. I don't know why, Mike. I don't like making fun of you. I love you. But when the Giants get their shit pushed in like that by the Cowboys, it's just
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, it makes me very very angry because I'm a happy jolly fucking fellow like usually like 99.9% of the time. But on Sunday night, I was filled with so much rage. And Nick actually texted me. He's like, "Oh, I might come by to watch the game." I'm like, "I hope this motherfucker shows up at halftime because I need to fucking vent. I need to get this shit out." Like I was like, maybe we'll do a robbery together or some shit just to get me fucking straight. Again, it was so fucking horrible. It was probably like you couldn't. I know like the conspiracy island people, they think NFL football is script.
Yeah.
If that's fucking script, if somebody wrote that, then you're the best playwright I've probably ever seen in my life, because my man was like, you know what, we'll do this. We'll have a fucking block fucking field goal, go fucking 99 yards. We'll have that. We'll have a fucking bad snap. We'll have Daniel Jones get fucking crushed about fucking 1,800 times. We'll have the coach Dable have a party the night before the game, which is going to throw everybody into fucking frenzy. It was just so much too overwhelming. Nobody could make this up. It was just a fucking shit show. It was the worst game I've ever watched in my life, pretty much. It was second to the Eagles game where they returned a punt against the Giants and won the game in overtime for the Giants to miss the playoffs. But that on Sunday night was just, I was so mad. I tried to drink my thoughts away, but I couldn't do it, man. There was just not enough alcohol around my house that I could just get obliterated and just forget about it. But it was so horrible, man. So fucking bad.
Imagine football was actually like wrestling. It was all
Yeah, yeah,
plotted out.
WWF, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have this football get stuck to David Tyree's head, the Super Bowl, and he's gonna beat Tom Brady. I'm like, yeah, all right. We're not writing that. And how's that happen?
Dude,
It's fucking nonsense.
what about
Crazy.
what about the fucking fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh no, when what's his name went down, when Aaron Rodgers went down in like the
Oh,
fourth play, I legitimately said to myself, this isn't even real. This is fake. Fucking this is planned out, because this dude had no emotion on his face. He was just, his Achilles tendon got torn. He's sitting on the floor emotionless, as if he's just like, all
yeah.
right, I mean, I'm going with the flow. I got to pretend like my Achilles is torn, and then the AI, and then somebody will Photoshop my fucking foot on the floor later.
Exploding.
Yeah,
It was all over
dude,
Twitter. Exploding.
dude had no fucking facial expressions.
It's because he did ayahuasca and shit over the fucking over the time off.
Yeah,
And he's just like he's fucking going around fucking licking trees and shit now. Like he's fucking out of his fucking mind now. Rogers actually probably seen the light. You know what I mean? He's seen fucking
yeah,
trees and fucking skies talking to him and shit. And
yep,
he's like, you know what? I don't give a fuck about football. If I make a couple passes, I make a couple passes. And everybody was there at the fucking Jet game last night.
yeah.
Fucking Method Man, Timberlake. It was crazy. Timberlake bounced early though. They were making fun of him. Like, yo, this guy dipped in like the fucking early third quarter. But
That's because he got a text message to go get some pussy. He was like, yes, yes, I will leave for
yeah,
this.
Brittany texted me like, I just got divorced. I'm fucking crazy. You want some
Yeah.
crazy wild sex?
And she was like, I shaved my head again.
I got the umbrella. Let's go beat people up in the parking lot of MetLife Stadium. All right, Brittany, fucking calm down. But yeah, yeah. But I don't know, man. I gotta ask, like, how was the wiffle ball tournament? You want to explain like who the wiffle ball tournament was about? Like what, what's the details?
Of course. So it was about Rob. It was about our buddy Rob DeFato. So Joe Mitrione, our good friend, decided to throw it. So a few years back, probably, I don't know, it's got to be over 10 years now, that Rob's father passed away of cancer. And if he always wanted to throw a wiffle ball tournament for him. So me and him were going to do it at one point. But it was like we were making it bigger than it should have been. We were getting like all these fucking food trucks, live music, fucking all this shit involved. And then we just never fucking followed through with it for some reason. Probably because, I don't know, whatever the reason was. But then when Rob passed away, we knew we would have to do something like yearly for him, right?
Yep.
So this past week was his 40th birthday party, September 8th. Happy birthday, buddy. And so Joe Mitrione, he started this about, a month and a half, 2 months ago, and was like, we're going to put this wiffle ball tournament together in honor of Rob, and, something he wanted to do as a first father. So we raised over, right now, we've raised over $11,000 on the GoFundMe page. And that's going towards, half of it's going to go towards Rob's kids, Dina and Santino. And then the other half's going to go to like a rare cancer or a rare disease research thing. Which I think is cool because it's like a small foundation. It's not like one of those things where your money's
People.
just gonna get lost and
Yeah,
fucking
right.
pocketed and shit like that. I think they're gonna actually like use that money to research, like really provide research for it and shit like that. Um, because it was something that, like we've always said in the past, it was something that Rob could have overcome, but it was the surgeries were too much for him. But like
Yeah.
it wasn't a well known thing, and hopefully they'll use the studies now, which experiences and shit like that to help other people. But so the wiffle ball tournament, then we had 11 teams, so that was cool. That was 55 people right there, and then everybody brought people, so there was like 100 people there, and we did it at Brigano Field in Brigano Park in Yonkers, and it was cool, man. It was nice, and then the rain came. The rain
Rain.
was not supposed to come. Dude, thank God everybody brought like
The
fucking
canopies and shit.
canopies, dude. We had enough canopies to fit everybody under, right? It was
Oh,
gnarly.
nice.
But so my team was out there. We were called the Dobradados, which is Rob's alter ego, Rob DeFato. You switched the D and the R, it's Dobradados. And we had his face on our back. A lot of people, Joanna's team, had shirts, and everybody like Jeff and Marco Scrogni, Saratelli, Cupo, and Dan. They made up like real jerseys. But the cutest thing was Rob's daughter came out and sang "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" to start off the
no
whole
way.
thing, man. Yeah, it was adorable.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. And then obviously, so the rain started coming down when we were playing our second game, and like the other team was leaving, like getting off the field. I was like, no fucking way, man. You're coming back out here. So we got absolutely drenched. We didn't make it to the championship, but here's the best fucking part. Adam Iazetti and Rob's little brother Nick are like best friends, but they're rivals, right?
Yeah.
And me and Rob were like, best friends, and we were rivals in like wiffle ball too. This motherfucker could always, I used to throw these little lobs, right? I don't know what it was. He couldn't fucking hit them. But if he did, he'd fucking launch it. It'd be a home run all the time, right? So in the championship game, it was Rob's little brother, Nick, and Adam. I get like their teams together.
Going against each other.
What?
They were going against each other.
They were going against each other in the championship, okay? Nick's team goes up 5-0 in the top of the first inning. Adam Iazetti hit 4 fucking home runs. He was up 4 times and hit 4 home runs against this kid. He hit a fucking 2-run shot, then a 1-run shot, a 1-run shot, and a 2-run shot to make it fucking like 6-5 or whatever the fuck. Wow. And he single-handedly beat Nick's team. Just the fucking best, because I think that's how Rob would want it, because he was probably cracking up.
Right.
Because Adam, for how friends are, they always bust each other's balls, and Rob would always laugh at Adam fucking busting Nick's balls and shit. And he just probably wanted it that way, just to fucking. It was the best, man.
That's awesome. Was there any like video of it? Did people record?
Oh yeah. Adam's wife has like 2 of his home runs at least on video.
Oh shit! Oh man, sounds like a fun time, man. It's good.
It was fun, yeah. And then
raised a lot of money and shit.
Yeah, and then to top it off, the Cowboys, which Rob is a big fan of, annihilated the Giants.
Right, I know. It's just like, goddamn, it was like almost like the perfect storm, if you will, for the whole day.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
A lot of people ended up leaving though, like because of the rain, but it was which was like, pussy move, big pussy move. Like you had canopies. And the hot dog truck just showed up. The hot dog truck just showed up. What are you guys leaving for?
But it was like, torrential downpours, almost a tornado. People were like, we got kids. We probably got to get the fuck out of here. So
stay there. Listen.
Play in the mud.
I gotta say, as a man, there's only a certain couple situations where you are allowed to lay down the fucking law, right?
Yep.
Super Bowl rule. That's law number 1. You do whatever your wife or your girlfriend tells you throughout the year. Oh, we have to go here. We have to go there. Sure, no problem. If Super Bowl comes and your girlfriend or wife goes, we're going to Janine's house for Super Bowl, you choke her, you throw her against the wall, so she knows to never say words like that again. Because that's the only holiday of the year where you are able to fucking lay down the law and say, we're doing what I say today. Okay?
Right. I agree.
Now, also, a day like that where Rob DeFato, Jameson, J-Mo, wiffle ball tournaments going on. You lay down the law and you tell your kids and your wife, we're not going fucking anywhere.
Yeah, I listen. I definitely now I agree. Now I understand. You convinced me. You
Yeah.
definitely convinced me because yeah, Super Bowl is a holiday. That day, Sunday was important for Rob. Yeah, everybody should have hung out and stayed. But listen,
Yeah.
I can't say anything because I didn't go. I didn't go to the wiffle ball tournament because it's football Sunday, opening week. Um, I think
Yeah.
everybody understands. I know Rob understands my love of the game. He's seen the setup that I have here. It's insane. But listen, I'm glad you guys raised the money, had a good time. Too bad the rain fucking came, but hey, listen, you know, looks like kids are gonna get some cash out of it, and definitely a nice event for them, man.
Yeah.
Well done.
You know what? It was well done. And guess what? You know when you open up a new drink and it doesn't crack, and you're
Hey,
like, great, somebody poisons your new electrolyte water.
yes,
Um, that's just happened to me. But speaking of electrolyte,
drink it.
electrolyte is an electrolyte beverage with premium hydration, natural coconut flavor, which is scientific formula. And we are sponsored by Electrolyte now. So just to let
Nice.
everybody know, we do have a full sponsorship with them now.
Thank you. And then 2 cases, you're getting 2 cases. I mean, you got to pay for them, but you get them at
Right.
cost, so they're available whenever you want to go get them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Great.
So,
Thank you, Electrolyte. Thank you, Electrolyte.
You should really drink electrolyte like tomorrow morning after you've been drinking all night. That's
Yes.
the way to go about it. If you start drinking now, like you're gonna kill your buzz.
Well, I'm trying to keep my electrolytes up.
That's
You know?
silly. That's silly. Just say, and now you go back to the Corona. That's nuts. I would never do that ever.
Yeah.
If I'm drinking.
Well,
I'm drinking hard. I'm drinking. I'm not going back and forth between water and beers.
Mike, the depletion of electrolytes isn't what makes you drunk. The depletion of electrolytes is what makes you hungover the next day. I'm not getting less drunk by drinking fucking electrolyte. I'm just replenishing my electrolytes.
Yeah, but I would think like doing that is just a way to sober you up in it to me. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like that's a way to sober up.
Mike, there's no way to sober me up right now. This is I already drank a gigantic one of this thing. I drank a 22 ounce of twisted tea, and this Corona Extra is gonna put me over the fucking edge. I'm buzzed up, baby. The
Nice.
one bottle of electrolyte ain't gonna sober this motherfucker up.
Well, definitely not. But listen, we gotta get into some topics, man.
Yeah,
All
let's
right?
talk about the Jets.
Are you ready for that? I want to talk about them. I'm sick of talking football. I was on a BBO MIG podcast talking football for the past hour with Jules and John Depot, talking about the Giants loss and the Jets loss. I don't want to talk about football anymore. Let's
The
talk
Jets
about
won. The Jets won.
the Jets did win. It's fucking bullshit. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right, let's
Whatever.
talk about another topic then.
All right. So we got to talk about this. We got to talk about something that
Hairy
came
feet.
to this before we take the commercial break. Besides that, Danny
What?
Masterson. Do people know who Danny Masterson is? He's the guy, curly hair.
Fallen rapist.
Yeah, curly hair fuck rapist from the '70s show. He
Yeah.
played not Fez, but the other guy. You know what I mean? The
Cool
other
guy, the Justin Timberlake looking guy.
Yeah, always playing the shades and shit. He's like, not Ashton Kutcher, his boy, whatever, and not the little fag that lived at home with his parents with the dad screaming at him, calling him a dumbass all the time.
The guy from Weezer. The guy from Weezer.
The guy from Weezer. So not those fucking guys. So this piece of shit got sentenced, bro. Nick, he got sentenced to like 30 years for like raping 2 women at his home. Like, what the fuck? You're the star, one of the stars of the semi show. Like, how sick do you got to be to rape these fucking these broads? And he's found guilty. He's going to prison. But then people started bringing up like old interviews back in the day with Mila Kunis being on the 70s show. Did people know this? She was 14 years old
What?
on the 70s show when Ashton Kutcher was 21.
Wow.
Danny Masterson was fucking 22. Fez was like 40. But then so basically, like, yeah, she was a young girl, and then like basically her first kiss in like real life was Ashton Kutcher when she was 14. He was 21.
What?
They say pretty much like she got groomed, and people like, yo, bitch, like you got groomed where you're so brainwashed that you had no idea you were getting fucking groomed back then. They had showing old interviews of like her sitting on Ashton's lap, when she was
Really?
like 14. Yeah, they were touching each other. I'm like,
Oof.
it's like really cringe watching it now.
Yeah.
And then somebody came out on I guess one of the persons in the know came out on Instagram and showed those interviews and was pretty much saying like to Ashton and Mila Kunis that, hey, I know what went on during the '70s show era because I worked there. So
Yeah.
somebody came out like saying that kind of shit. It
Yeah.
all comes out because Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher wrote like a support letter for him going into prison. And
Uh-huh.
that's what fucking sparked the whole outrage. When that came
Really?
out that they wrote a letter in support for him, they're like, yo, you're supporting this fucking rapist. But
Wow.
meanwhile, you start looking at all back in the day, and people are like, "Yo, Mila Kunis, you got brainwashed," but other people are saying, "Hey, you did lie about your age to get on this '70s show." Like she
Oh,
said,
so nobody knew?
nah, she said she was like 17 or whatever, 16, 17
Oh,
to get on the show, and she lied
wow.
about that. So people are like, "Oh, well, you lied," but it doesn't make a difference. You still got. It was just like, man, it's cringeworthy watching those interviews. You can look up on Instagram if you want to watch the old interviews. You'll see like the interviews with Masterson talking about donkey punching a girl. Like, and if you don't know what a donkey punch is, it's basically like the girl's like giving you a blowjob and then you just punch him in the ribs or the back of the head.
Yeah.
That's called a donkey punch. It's fucking crazy. That's like urban legend type shit. But he was talking about on a fucking podcast or whatever, talking about doing that kind of shit. Like you sick fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. It's just crazy. Like a star, you got to throw your life away for. You're like, what kind of monster are you, bro?
Dude, number one, he was probably with the two chicks and they were shit faced, and he convinced them that he was Justin Timberlake. And the next morning they woke up and they were like, "You are not Justin Timberlake," and he was like,
That's
"No,
it.
I am
That's
not."
exactly what happened.
And then they were like, "Yo, you rape. How do you rape two chicks at once?" As Danny like drug, he obviously had to drug them.
I don't know. I think one was passed out for sure. Maybe he
Oof.
put on a Timberland mask with his stupid curly hair sticking out the side of it. I want you back.
Right, like this dude
Sick.
could have had sex with anybody because he's a,
He
he's a decent
was.
looking
That's
guy.
that's what they say he was. He was having. He's banging all these fucking Hollywood broads. All the
Yeah,
skanks that are out there. But he just something about like raping them was like like a sick power trip and shit. But yo, wow,
crazy.
man, just fucking wild. But yo, see ya. Now you're gonna get your own asshole fucking ripped to shreds. Hope
Yeah,
you like it, fake Timberlake.
Timberlake. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, wild stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, what else we got? You want to? Is it? It's not time to take a break yet, is it? Oh my god, we've been talking for 30 minutes already.
30 minutes already. Yeah, we should take a break. All right, let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back on the Mix It Up podcast.
Do it with it, crush it.
All right, we are back on the Mix It Up podcast. I'm Mike. That is Nick. Yeah, we have been talking about 30 minutes. But listen, um, can't do this podcast without remembering, never
Yeah.
forget 9/11, obviously. I know I told this story about 9/11 on this podcast before, but I'll get into more details about it. Back in the day, I think I was working at Food Emporium, bro. Back in the day, I was working at a supermarket. I was like delivering. They gave me a fucking van, Nick, that said Food Emporium on the side of the van. And
Okay.
I was delivering like groceries to people in the whole fucking neighborhood and shit. Like it was a cool little gig, man. I went to work, got paid for the day, got tip money. Like it was a
Yeah.
nice little fucking shit. And then
Okay.
I was going to college at night, when I was doing
Okay.
it. Got out University of Phoenix online.
Shout out.
And so I was doing that. And I remember reading the newspaper. I always used to get the daily news and the post from the front of the store and just take it in the van. And when I was just hiding out doing nothing, because when I deliver fucking food or whatever, it takes about 10 minutes. Meanwhile, I was taking like 30 minutes. And I was just reading
Right.
the paper on the side of the road in the food emporium bin. And I just remember reading like it was one of those papers, and I just remember seeing it. This was July of 2001, so a
Okay.
couple months before the attacks. And I remember reading the paper that Al Qaeda terrorists, they want to hijack airplanes. They warned us that
Really?
it was in the newspaper. Yeah, I wish, man, I wish I could figure out how to look that up like online to get that article, but it was in the paper. They were telling us how they want to do that. They were looking
Yeah.
to hijack airplanes during that time. And then, of course, like that story kind of goes away, but it just always in the back of my mind. And then, obviously, September 11th happened, but I just remember like that morning, it was just like it was crazy. Like the world definitely changed after that day. But I just remember like just sleeping under my skylight, my TV room at the time,
Yeah.
and I had the windows open, September day, so it was nice and cool nights. And all of a sudden, like this loud noise woke me up, and it was the very first plane that hit the building, World Trade Center. It flew directly over my house where it was so low, so loud that it woke me up. And when I peeked out the skylight, I couldn't believe how low it was. I
Yeah.
was like, what is this? And then all of a sudden, within 5 minutes, the world just, changed forever. You're watching, the buildings blow up, crumble.
Mhm.
Before that, people diving off the buildings. And I was just thinking about this the other day. Imagine back then we had the smartphones we have now, we would have
Jesus.
seen crazy videos of inside the building, in like HD. It would have been so horrible to fucking see
Oh
that.
God.
That's always just like it was one thing to be grateful. Like at least the technology wasn't there available for us yet, because that shit would have been fucking too much for us to see. It was bad enough
Mhm.
as it was.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was,
It's better off that we didn't have all that fucking technology for sure. It's been fucking terrible. Um.
but yeah, it's
Yeah.
like every year it goes by quick, man. It's what year are we in? 2023.
22 years ago, man.
It's
22 fucking years ago. It means I was
crazy.
fucking. Oh yeah. Wait. I was seven. Yeah. I was 17 years old and I was just starting college, and I was. I know we're just every year we're just gonna say our stories. We're gonna tell our stories.
Right.
But I was driving down to Fordham. It was like my freshman year in college, and I heard on the Howard Stern radio that a plane hit the World Trade Center. I didn't even know what the World Trade Center was. Honestly, that's how stupid I was back in the day. I had no idea. I had no idea what the Twin Towers were. It was the World Trade Center.
Right, right.
So it was like, all right. So I went to school, and then my brother's friend called me up. I think I don't know if I heard that the second one got hit. My brother's friend Rob called me up, or I called him up. No, I called him up, and I was like, because he went to Manhattan College. And I was like, yo, Rob, what am I supposed to do? He was like, get the fuck out of there right now. Right. I was like, all right, man. So I fucking got in my car and got the fuck out of there. It was like 9:30 or some shit like that, whenever it was. I got home and thank God I left because they fucking put my school on lockdown and nobody was fucking leaving after that. Right.
Right,
And
right.
like, so I went home and like my dad taped the whole thing. I went home and they were like in the living room, my dad and my mom watching the whole thing. And my brother was in Manhattan. He was going to the School of Visual Arts, so he was stuck in Manhattan, and he had to run from the fucking rubble at one point because him and his friend, like, you don't think the buildings are gonna collapse, so him and his friend
Yeah.
like were close to the buildings, well, close around that neighborhood, so like they went to go look at it and shit like that. And then it came down and they had to get the fuck out of there because the smoke was fucking coming after them and shit like that.
Yeah, it's
And my
crazy.
brother took a picture of there's like an infamous bike that's like chained up on like on a piece of metal or whatever the fuck. And my brother has that same picture, of, like not the same one, but he took a picture of that bike too, believe it or not. And
Really?
it's like a well known, yeah. Um,
Yeah, everybody
so,
knows.
dude, cell phones were down. You couldn't get in touch with the people that your family and shit. So I think my brother had to walk home all the way. Rob's brother had to walk home. I think somebody picked him up on the side of the West Side Highway because he was down in NYU at the time.
Wow.
Crazy, just fucking crazy shit. And we always like people that were supposed to be in the building. My friend's father was supposed to be was going there for a meeting and he didn't go that morning. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like so many people, didn't go that day. Like, imagine calling out sick. Imagine calling out sick that day. People called out sick that day, man.
Because it was such a nice
Hungover.
day. It was such a nice day.
Hungover, nice day, hungover, fucking, oh my God, I got shit faced yesterday. My friend fucking Allison from fucking Wisconsin, we got blasted yesterday. I'm not going out today. I'm not going to work.
Yeah.
Imagine that shit, man.
You got to be like something like what saved you? Like it's
Yeah,
crazy. It really is crazy. I just remember I remember watching when the news after you hear because I heard it on Howard Stern too, and it made
yeah,
me turn on the TV and I seen plane hit the building. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm watching it, and then I guess like it triggered my memory of like reading about the terrorists in the newspaper. I was like, the second building is gonna get hit. I know it is, and I'm just glued
really.
to my TV watching like everybody better be getting the fuck out of there. Like it
Yeah.
would just make common sense, but no. They on the speaker they said everything's safe. You stay in the
Ooh,
building, which is just
fuck.
ludicrous. And
Yeah.
I remember watching the TV and I just knew another plane was going to come, and I seen it in the background coming. I'm like, oh no! And then it
Oh
hit
my
the other
god.
building, and I was like, my jaw just dropped. I'm like, we're at war like right now. This is like no joke. And the news people, they didn't even notice right away that the second plane like hit the building. And dude, it was like it was crazy. It really was fun. It was a crazy day. I just remember
Yeah.
thinking like I mean, I know now like the world changed since then, but I just that day, and I'm like, yo, are we gonna go to war? Are terrorists gonna be outside at the supermarket waiting for me? That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. I'm like, I gotta get ready to fight these motherfuckers. And then yeah, it was just, and then you hear all like the phone calls, people leaving messages, and
Yeah.
talking to people saying I love you, and man, that's some heartbreaking type shit, man.
Yeah.
Like really, like and another part of the story, Flight 93, that the hijackers got overwhelmed by the people on
Yeah.
the plane because they heard about the hijacking. To be honest, bro, like I know that's a great story and people want to believe that they made a movie about it. I honestly don't, in my heart, I don't think that's the real truth. I think they shot that plane down, and the government said like we didn't shoot the plane down. We didn't have enough time to get fighter jets up there, but that plane was just absolutely disintegrated in dirt
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania. Like I'm like, I don't think. I mean, they would never admit that anyway because it would just be a whole other part of the story that people. I think a lot of people just don't want to believe that. What they want to believe good something happened, but I don't think that happened. I think they shot it down.
Listen, we'll never know. We'll never know
I know.
ever. It's a fucked up thing that like it's just a fucked up situation, man. And I mean, the fucked up part is that like, well, not fucked up, but like just like how everybody came together in the country.
Right after
Everybody supported each other. Everybody was friends. Nobody was fighting each other. And like, it was almost like, I don't want to say it fucking, it's not a beautiful fucking time, but like when people come together, it's like it's like a peaceful fucking union of like, you're my brother now, and you're my brother now, and you're my brother, and you're my sister, and you're my fucking, you know what I mean? Like, nobody was out for each other around in the country anymore, you know? And if that's like, that's how it should be all the time. You know what I mean? Like you should always just look at each other like that. Like, why does it take a fucking disaster like that for people to be like, oh, okay, we got to band together, man. We got to band together. It's fucked up.
it
It's a
is.
fucked up situation. It's fucked up.
We are so far from that right now with all the division going on in the world. We are so far gone from that. I wish we could get back to like that place how everybody was like we were buying American flags
Yeah.
and we were putting it on our cars, hanging it out windows, doing whatever
Yep.
we got to do. And then all of a sudden, a few years ago, you see one of the NFL players kneeling in front of it. Like, I don't
Right.
care what's your point on that, but that still fucking irritates me. But
Dude,
is what it is.
me, Marco Saratelli, and Kupo we all had Camaros. Marco had a 67, I had a 68, Kupo had a 69. We went out on Central Avenue and we had fucking American flags and shit like that. And there was cops near us. We fucking flew by them in our cars with the American fucking flag out, and they were just like this, like fucking giving us the fucking thumbs up, man. You know what I mean? Like everybody was together.
Yep.
Everybody was just like I said. Everybody was fucking like brothers, and like you had
Yeah.
everybody's fucking back. And that's how it should be. The whole fucking planet should be that fucking way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
hopefully it will be when the
Yeah.
aliens come and attack us.
I think
But
we need that. We need the aliens to come down and show
right,
us, like, yo, don't be a dicks.
right.
You know what I mean? like our models. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't be a dick and time's a waste, right? Like, what the fuck,
I'm so
aliens?
wasted.
They really need to like come and just like have a reality check. Either that or the second coming of Jesus. I think that's supposed to happen. Like whatever. So maybe something's got to give. It's just too
Yeah.
much. It really is too much. I'm on Instagram before, and I'm scrolling through. There's always this one girl that pops up on my Instagram. She's always doing little dances and shit, showing her tits, pretending like she's giving a blowjob with her fucking thumbs, singing. She's like, she has a Doja Cat playing in the background. I'm a little devil, devil, like that kind of fucking shit. Whatever a
Yeah.
Doja Cat is, I don't know. I just seen it on the top of the Instagram left corner, like it says like Doja Cat. I'm painting it red or whatever. I don't know what the fuck, but I kind of like this song. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of dig it. But I'm like, it's just like at the same time, I'm like, why am I watching this? Even though I do want to bang her hard, this fucking girl on there. Of course, that's probably the main reason why I'm watching it. But I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, I'm gross. Like, what is this? Why am I on this fucking thing? And what is she doing? I'm like, don't she have fucking parents? I'm like, and it's like a lot of them, bro. It's like, it's crazy. It's just,
Yeah.
it's so whorish. It really is whorish. And I think the more, like, probably women that spend time on Instagram, I think the more whores they're gonna get because they're just gonna keep seeing all this fucking crap on there that's getting thrown at our faces. Like some girls, I just expect them to be whores now when I go out on dates. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. I want to read a poem that I wrote for 9/11 a long time ago though.
You found this poem?
Yeah. So, well, I wrote it. I put it on Instagram. I wrote it. I don't know. I guess I wrote it that year. I don't fucking know. But it's in my book of poems, which is coming out soon. So I wrote this book of poems a long time ago. It's a compilation of stuff I wrote when I was in college and shit like that. And now I've decided to put pictures like behind it to like add, depth to it. So it's not just fucking boring ass
Right.
poem on a fucking boring ass piece of paper.
Nice.
So it's gonna be done soon, and I'm gonna try to put it up. Well, I'm gonna put it up on Amazon. I'm gonna sell the shit out of it. I'm gonna start my music. I'm gonna start my book writing career. So here,
to see.
Yeah, here's the poem. It says, two brothers, brothers at arm's length, built with blood, sweat, and tears, never to leave each other's side. As one fell, the other knew it would share a similar fate. As its heart was broken, it would never leave its fallen brother behind. Men, women, and children lost. As two brothers fell, a new brotherhood was forged. A day of remembrance, a day when we were all brothers. Never forget.
That's pretty nice.
Thanks.
Nice one, yeah. I like how we could blend the Mix It Up podcast, going from me talking about whores on Instagram to this beautiful poem that you wrote to commemorate 9/11 during the time.
Well, I had no idea how you transitioned. You were like, yeah, this world, the world is so shitty. Doja Cat and her pussy. I was like, Mike, how exactly are you transitioning this?
I don't know. I'm all mixed up, bro. What the fuck?
Mix It Up podcast.
You know what it is. You know what it is out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's our stories. That's our stories on 9/11.
Yeah. Well, may everybody, rest in peace from there, and all the people that were affected. Everybody was affected from it, man. Everybody was affected, but for some people, far fucking worse. So hopefully they all find peace somehow. And hopefully that shit just doesn't fucking happen ever again. Now we got another topic: link between rap music and private prisons.
Yeah, I was gonna really go into this. We might have to save this for next week. This might be a long topic. Basically, I just read up real quick, like about, say how some people are saying there is a link between the owners or the producers, like rap music, that own people's rights or whatever. They also own private prisons. So just think about that for a second.
Presidents. Private
presidents. So yeah, it's that time of the podcast where I forget words. It just happens. I don't know. So private prisons, right? So there's gonna be a link between the fucking two, and we're gonna talk about it more next week on the podcast because it could get into like how we behave, what influence us. We could go down a whole like big rabbit hole, but stay tuned next week. We'll definitely talk about that. But just think about it. It's a little tease for you for next week.
Are private prisons like something that like private school where you have to pay for prison? Like, oh,
No,
I'll pay for
no,
prison.
no. We don't pay for prison, Nick.
Okay.
Um, it's not something we would pay for, but I think private prisons is like
Is there Catholic prison? Like I went to Catholic school. Can I go to Catholic prison?
I don't think that's how it works either.
No.
It's a
Public prison, Catholic
public
prisons,
private.
private prison.
I don't know. Maybe it's so private you don't hear about the crazy shit that goes on in there. We got to
Maybe.
look that up. That's a good question. We should look that up, and we should have an answer for what private prisons are and who owns them.
Right.
Maybe you'll see the link between that and rap music.
Yeah.
Just think about that. Just think about it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Think about it for 6 to 7 days until we get
Right.
back next time. But listen, I did want to talk about this. I sent you the link before commercial came out.
Yeah.
Mainstream commercial for Stellar XLM. That is cryptocurrency. It's like Bitcoin. It's gonna bring the world together. It's a nice platform for you to build your projects on. The guy Idis Eber, what do you call that guy? Do you know his name? Idis Ebony.
Nope.
How do you pronounce this fucking guy's name? Eldris Idis. He was in like what you call like oh god, why can't I?
No idea. No idea.
He was in like The Wire and shit like back in the day. Like, do you ever
Nope.
see The Wire? But
Maybe.
yeah, he's a famous actor.
Oh, that guy, the cool black guy. Yeah, he's the fucking man.
Yeah, the fucking very cool black guy. But he's like British too. So he just like it's crazy. When you hear him talk in real life, he's like British.
He's
But
cool.
yeah, he is cool. And then
He definitely fucks. He fucks.
everything, everything. He don't need to rape. So
No. You know the type of guy that's just like you don't ever want your girl to meet that guy, like because like even if you're with her, game over.
yeah, right.
Even if she claims she don't like black dudes, game over. Dude
Don't
slay.
matter.
Dude slaying. That's how cool this guy is. A good looking, jacked fucking dude.
Right.
British accent. Game over.
Fellas, if he walks into the bar, you got no chance. You're not scooping up anything. He's taking all your women.
You legitimately, you take your girl, you go like this. You look at her, go like this. You go over there and bang that guy. You bang him now. Bang him.
I'll be like, girl, we getting the fuck out of here. Don't even look at him. Don't even fucking close your eyes.
He's too cool, that guy. He's way too cool.
Oh yeah, he's way too. He's on like another planet of fucking coolness. But he's
wait, one more line. Sorry, one more line. You look at your girl, you're like this. If you don't, I'm gonna.
If you ain't sucking that dick, I'm sucking that dick. Are you fucking crazy right now? You know who that is?
That's Eldris Idris.
Eldris Idris. Yeah, if I met that dude in public, I'm fucking up his name. Like if he told me, say my name, say my name, Eldris Idris.
I can't say anything with your dick in my mouth, Mr. Eldris.
I'm choking here, buddy. I'm choking. Fucking guys, yeah. So yeah, yeah, he's cool as fuck, man.
Yeah,
not gonna lie. He's a type like guy like you would want your daughter to date. Like, oh, you made a good decision.
I don't know if you'd really want your daughter. I don't know how much you'd want your daughter to date him because he definitely has a fucking 12-inch python in his fucking pants, and you're not gonna want to hear that fucking.
Not even thinking about that. I put on my earmuffs.
Yeah, you're gonna want to take that back, Mike. You don't want your daughter dating that guy.
You know what I meant it clean. You went dirty, all right. I meant it like a good, wholesome, like dad. Like, oh, I want my daughter to have like the best life.
Mike goes out. Mike goes and meets this guy, and he's just like he's pissing next to him. He's got his dick. It's impossible for his dick not to hit the fucking water at the urinal. That's how big his dick is. And he's like, "Hey, you want to date my daughter?"
I give that motherfucker anybody wants. Like, here, take my mom. It's crazy, man. Yeah,
Fuck my wife. Fuck my wife right now. Take my car keys. Go home. This is my house key. This is to the fucking just fuck my wife.
He'll make me stay in the room and watch like a cuckold. That's probably what Fez is to fucking Daily Penny Masses. Fez is probably there in the room watching the whole shit. They should fucking interview him. He probably has stories.
Oh my god. It's
It's
me, Mike.
crazy.
It's me. Just go in, whisper in here. It's me, Mike. Try in your best English accent, American accent. Just put my deodorant on. Oh, you've been working out, Mike? Oh my God, your dick is fucking huge.
Yeah. And I went tanning in the tanning bed for fucking
Right.
5 days.
Why is your dick so big? I used one of those Rhino pills at the gas station.
Blast from the past. Yeah. For over 40. Pop one of those and you fucking to the moon, Alice. All right. So anyway, this
Now
guy,
that we know, now that everybody knows we're both gay for black dudes.
not for everyone, I'm just Elder Cyber,
Right.
and maybe Will Smith, but I don't know.
I know Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah, Michael B. Jordan, definitely. Mike Tyson, probably, because if you say no, he's just gonna rape you.
Right.
All right, let me stop before I just get into more trouble with my mouth. I guess to say
Listen, wait. Before we go any further, we are not gay for Mike Tyson. I called him Michael. We are not gay for Mike Tyson. All right. We respect him. We respect him.
Yeah, there's no
We
doubt
are,
about
we are not gay for Mike Tyson.
it. No.
Michael B. Jordan, Eldris Idris. No, Chris Rock.
Let's bang. Oh yeah, Chris Rock, he's hilarious. Yeah, he probably get it too. All right. Well, and I'm just gonna edit all this out anyway. Tomorrow they're gonna find out what were they talking about.
No, you got to keep this in.
Of course, I'm keeping it in. Oh shit! But anyway, this fucking guy is the star of the Stellar commercial because Stellar XLM went mainstream. They came out with a commercial today starring this fucking guy, talking about building on their platform, and they talk about how like
Down 4%, by the way. Down 4%.
they talk about cryptocurrency, how they meet up with the real world. So it's always, I listen, I know it's down like a little bit now, XLM, if you look at the market, but
Down.
it's always like that. Anytime a big announcement comes out, it always drops down. It'll come back up, but it's always like the days before they get a little hype and they go up in price. It's always tradition in cryptocurrency. Like it's called buy the rumor, sell the news. So when the news come out, that's when you sell, but then you buy it back in. That's how it kind of like works. So
That's why it spiked a few weeks ago because people knew that was happening.
So that's how like the typical market is. But listen, now that it's becoming mainstream and I think all the fucking dramatics about cryptocurrency, how it died off. Remember how cryptocurrency died off after the Super Bowl ads? People were like, oh, you got to buy Bitcoin, you got to buy crypto. And then people bought in, and then the geniuses in the market, they fucking crashed the market. They sold out, they sold everything to crash the price because they had new investors that all these fucking people that came in. Now it's eventually going to go back up and it's probably not going to stop. This has been a long bear market we're in. So once we're going to like a bull market soon, I'm telling you, like sky is going to be the limit because the people that originally lost their money after seeing the Super Bowl commercial ads, they're going to go back in and they're going to go back even harder, seeing like, oh my God, I'm going to make all this fucking money again. So you're going to get the rich people, the elitists, you're going to get everybody that wasn't even in the game before going to be in the game. And now once it becomes real world usage, they say that in the commercial. I mean, like I said, sky is the limit for this, man. It's only the beginning. I keep telling you, it's in its infancy.
You know what's the best part? It was the whole fucking Russia Ukraine war was a ploy. Because remember Ukraine fucking was the first they were going to start using that like as their currency or some shit or try to figure something out. Yep. And then fucking a year later they go to war with Russia.
Amazing.
And everybody knows about Ukraine. Nobody even knew that Ukraine was a country. Nobody even heard of Ukraine before fucking like last year.
Me neither. I'm like, is this a soccer team? I only know about them from a soccer team. I didn't even know they were next to Russia.
Obviously, we knew who Ukraine was, but
I didn't.
This is a far fucking reach. What I'm saying, this is just bullshit. It's obviously bullshit. Russia's crazy. They fucking attacked fucking Ukraine. It's shit. But listen, I don't know who the fuck knows. Who knows about anything anymore? But Ukraine is like the forefront of XLM, aren't a Stellar. They were the ones that were like, "Oh, let's do this."
And don't forget, during the early parts of the war, they were accepting cryptocurrency as forms of payments. to
Really?
on like wars and like on that side because they couldn't get access to their banks. So that's another whole fucking thing. But listen, it's to be honest, that the war, I mean, we can talk about this next week too, get into the war. I think it's just a fucking money laundering fucking operation going on in that war. It's just money being able to switch hands at that crazy under the radar kind of thing. And it's just bullshit.
Maybe. Who
I'll just
knows? I
say it
mean,
like
people are
that.
dying. People are
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
getting
yeah.
killed.
But Nick, you look at the videos online, you look in Ukraine, right? And there are people just partying there. They're partying at pools, beach fronts, and just hanging out like they're not in the middle of war. It's just
Yeah, but Mike,
very like a weird optic. I know it's a big place. It could be this,
yeah.
that, but they're just hanging out, partying, living their lives. But it's just like it just makes you think. That's all it does.
If fucking New Jersey was at war, no, if New York was at war and it was hot out, you don't think people would be on the fucking at the Jersey Shore?
Yeah, but it's different, right? Ain't it like Ukraine? Like it's I don't know. I just don't
No,
like the optics to it. I don't like that. I don't like something's fishy. Something's up to no good. I don't know
listen,
what it is, but it's got to be something. It has to be a money laundering operation. What the fuck? How long this war gonna last?
who knows? Who the fuck knows? Yeah, you would think it would be over by now, right?
But we're not. We're giving them all this like military aid, right? But we're not involved in the war, which doesn't make any sense. We keep giving them billions and billions of fucking dollars, right?
Right.
Where you can look around New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, just see people acting like zombies in the middle of the street. Neighborhoods look like shit. Where's all the fucking money for the fucking terrible neighborhoods in this
Right.
fucking country that fucking need it? They need that support. We're just
Yeah.
giving billions and billions of fucking dollars to. And listen, I'm not saying just go around give every poverty community, everybody $1 million. I'm not saying that, but I am saying to use money for, maybe public schools, that kind of fucking shit where it goes into the fucking public. But instead, we're just giving all these billions of dollars to Ukraine so they could get tanks, all these weapons. Right. And meanwhile, half of that money that we already gave them, they can't even account for. So that just magically fucking disappeared. So like now Russia knows about this. They know we're fucking helping Ukraine, but as long as we don't put our people on the forefront and go to fight, then it's all out war. Then it could be World War III. But they know we're supporting Ukraine and giving them all this money. So why wouldn't they want to fucking attack us? I don't know. You see the whole thing of it. It makes it seem like fucking crazy. It's crazy. War is crazy.
It is crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Also, because like, what are they fighting for exactly? A border? Are they fighting for the border? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like saying, say New Jersey and New York were fighting each other. And it's like, can't you guys just get along? Like, who gives a fuck about the border? Oh, it's for like ports or some shit like that. Just share the fucking ports, guys. So nobody dies. Share the fucking ports. Get it over with. Call it a fucking day. You know what I mean? Like, what? Because I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's just fucking bullshit. I'm too drunk to really formulate ideas right now. But
yeah,
it's
but
just fucking stupid.
Yeah, but yeah, it is fucking stupid. It's stupid all the way around. War, what is it good for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But listen, it is what it is. Listen, we had a good podcast. Like, subscribe, follow us on the Mix It Up Pod on Twitter. Find us on Instagram.
Find us.
Keep supporting us.
Support us.
Check out the website.
Check out the website.
Get some t-shirts.
Buy some t-shirts. Buy them.
And then you know what it is. And then
you
see us on the street, get some autographs.
Get some autographs.
That's what's up. So with that, don't be a dick.
Be a dick.
Say it.
Say it.
All right. If you don't say it,
all right. If you don't say it,
turn it off this fucking podcast.
Time's a wasting.
Right now. Time's a wasting. See that dumb echo in the fucking background? Pieces. All right. We out.
We out.
Peace.